For many years, refugees in Kenya have been confined into two major camps, Kakuma and Dadaab, where access to basic services is limited.
Under Kenya's all-inclusive policy, refugees will have expanded rights and access to services previously unavailable.
Meaning that the access to services by refugee and the host community in terms of education, health, water, wash services, social support will be accessible to both of the host community as well as the refugee.
The policy is expected to be subjected to validation by partners, refugees and leaders from the host community.
The most important thing with refugees is refugees are like all of us. So they need that opportunity to live the life we all live, to take ownership of their journey. And because they are vulnerable, most of them were forced to live within minutes, to run, to save their lives, to save the lives of the children.
We are looking at transforming the refugee hosting areas into areas where self-reliance will be the driving motivation, not the humanitarian approach.
Through the law, refugee children will be integrated into local schools, offering vocational training programs to help the older ones acquire relevant skills. According to Kenya's Commissioner for Refugees, the country has approximately 700,000 registered refugees. Daniel Arab Moi, CGTN, Dadaab, Kenya.
Aid agencies say more than 2 million South Sudanese people are still stuck in camps for the internally displaced in the country. They add that the situation has been made worse by floods in parts of the country as well as the conflict in neighboring Sudan. CGTN's Patrick Oyet reports.
Nyadak Yen is a South Sudanese but was living in Sudan. She fled Khartoum when violence erupted last year. She is now in an internally displaced persons camp in Reng in the northern part of South Sudan.
I don't have any money. I don't have bed sheets, food, or even a tent to sleep. We sleep in the cold. I am now sick and I cannot even get treatment. I am unwell.
Nyadak's plight is similar to that of many in this camp. Christina Chol is a mother of 7 who lost her husband in the conflict in Sudan.
Hunger is the biggest problem for me. I have been fetching water from the river which I sell, get money and use it to buy food for the children. Now I am sick, my chest is paining and I cannot work anymore.
These people now depend on food aid from humanitarian agencies. Aid agencies say every day more than 1,500 people cross from Sudan to South Sudan. Many of them are South Sudanese people who had fled violence and taken refuge in Sudan. Aid agencies say they are struggling to meet the needs of families exhausted and traumatized after walking for days with little food and water.
At this juncture, we need to ensure that all of them get humanitarian assistance. But what we also need, above all of this, is peace. These people need peace. And this is to really sincerely urge everybody, every party in the conflict, to put aside their guns, to put down their guns, and talk peace.
South Sudan's government says it needs more than $50 million to mitigate the challenges posed by expected floods in the country.
Many anticipate that based on weather forecast, that around July may be actually a lot of floods. The government should actually embark on emergency preparedness so that mitigate the risk of the floods.
Many displaced people like Nyadak Yen are urging South Sudan's government and aid agencies to help them return to their villages so they can fend for themselves. Patrick Oyet, CGTN, Juba, South Sudan.